Hello, children. I am Mrs. Aarti Shingari from Kendriya Vidyalaya number 1, Ahmednagar. Today we will see the lesson Around the World of Class 5 English NCERT books. Firstly, we will do reading, children. We must know how to read with pauses, full stops, commas. So please pay attention and improve your reading, children. Reading is very, very important. Around the world. Which is the most interesting place you have visited? How did you go there and return? Have you traveled by different means of transport? Is there a mode of transport that you would like to use? Mr. Phileas Fogg lays a bet with some of his friends to go around the world in 80 days. This is the story of how he traveled with his companion, Passepartout. That evening, they were on the train from San Francisco to New York, which was 3,786 miles away. In 7 days, the train would take them from the Pacific to the Atlantic Ocean. The train steamed through California at full speed. It crossed steep mountain slopes, deep canyons, and hair-raising curves, moving through a few tunnels and bridges. Suddenly, the train slowed down as a herd of buffaloes charged across the railway track. The train was forced to stop till the procession passed like a great brown river. The herd took a full 3 hours to cross the tracks. Night had fallen by the time the train could move again. The train headed for the steep mountains. This was the most difficult part of the journey. With its winding routes, they passed the highest point of their journey, 7,524 feet above sea level. In a few hours, they would be out of the Rocky Mountains. After the passengers had taken their breakfast, the train gave a shrill whistle and braked with a jerk and came to a halt. Passepartout, a French passenger, went to see what the matter was. There was nothing to be seen. The train had halted in the middle of nowhere. There was no station in sight. He heard the signalman say, "The train can't go on. The bridge near Medicine Bow won't support the weight." It was a suspension bridge and some of its cables were broken. The driver of the train said, "Perhaps there is a chance of getting across the bridge by letting the train proceed at maximum speed." "All aboard," said the conductor. The passengers go on the train and the driver reversed the train for nearly a mile. Then he gave another whistle. The train began to move forward so fast that it was frightening. The passengers had the feeling that the train was not resting on the tracks but was floating through air. As the engine shrieked and the train shuddered, they were over the bridge in a flash. As soon as they passed over the Medicine River, the bridge crashed down into the raging waters below. The train continued its course that evening without interruption. As the train moved forward the next day, it was suddenly attacked by hundreds of Sioux Indians, a tribe of native Red Indians. Many of them appeared from all sides, jumped onto the moving train, and pulled themselves up the steps. They were armed with rifles. Some of the travelers had revolvers. They defended themselves bravely by answering with pistol shots. The conductor cried out, "The train must be stopped or we are lost." "I will go," said Patout. He opened a door and, unseen by the Red Indians, he slipped under the racing train and, holding on to the chains, he slowly reached the engine. Then he separated the engine from the coaches. They started to slow down. They had neared a station where soldiers, attracted by the sound of shots, hurried towards the train. The Red Indians on board saw them and quickly jumped off before the train stopped entirely. So I think you understood this story, children, how the train was stopped again and again, how they were, all the travelers, all the passengers were in danger. First, the train stopped by the herd of buffaloes. Then the train stopped because of the bridge on the Medicine River. And thirdly, the Sioux, they attacked on the train, on the passengers. So it was very scaring, very dangerous, but still they completed their journey with all the hurdles. Now in this lesson, there are many new words. First word is procession. Body of persons or animals walking together. Canyons, deep, narrow opening, usually with a stream. Supporting, keep from falling. Conductor, person in charge of a bus or a train. Now we will see the question answers. Which tribe of the Red Indians attacked the travelers? The Sioux tribe of Red Indians attacked the travelers. Which was the highest point of their journey? The highest point of their journey was 7,524 feet above the sea level. It was on the Rocky Mountains. Why did the train stop for the first time? The train stopped for the first time because a herd of buffaloes was crossing the railway tracks. How many days would it take for the train to reach New York? The train would take 7 days to reach New York. Tick the correct answer. The first time the train stopped was because, yes, a herd of buffaloes was passing. The bridge fell with a crash into the river after the train had passed through. Yes, after the train passed through, it fell down, it crashed down. Match the following words with their meanings. Now there are, on one side, the words are given, on the second side, all the meanings are given. We have to match them properly. Now, what is the meaning of halted? Halted means stopped. Defended. Passengers. People traveling in buses, trains, etc. Then defended. Defended means protected from attack. Then shuddered, trembled or shook violently. Several occasions, many times. Interruption, break the continuity of. Entirely, completely. So children, I hope you understood well the question answers, and especially you saw the reading very cautiously. So children, try to do the reading in a proper manner and try to read it with understanding. That is important. Goodbye.